Alright, so it's been about a week since I went to the Handwerkbeurs in Zwolle, and I just thought I'd tell you a bit what I got, what I saw, what I did, and what I thought of it. So if you're new here, my name is Emma, and this here is my little craft corner, where I talk about knitting and sometimes other yarny related stuff. And if you're not new here, welcome back. So the Handwerkbeurs is an annual craft fair in the Netherlands that's currently being held in Zwolle, but it is the last year that it will be held there because they are tearing down a building that's being held in, so they're currently debating where it will go. But it's a huge craft fair with over 150 stands there. There is everything from yarn related crafts, so knitting and crochet, to embroidery and sewing. There are even stands just filled with sewing machines. You can buy yarn, you can buy fabric to either quilt or do other patchwork related things with, or just to sew clothing. You can take workshops on dyeing yarn yourself. There is everything you'd ever want there. And yeah, it's just really fun to go there. I went with my mom and my grandma, and my dad was kind enough to drive us there, so he was there as well. And yeah, we just had a lovely time. It was quite big. As I mentioned, there are over 150 stands there, and I just had the most fun time. And yeah, well, I had a great time. My wallet did not. I have quite a few acquisitions that I will be showing you in a bit, but it was just very lovely to see everyone again, because I went to the Handwerkbeurs last year. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun catching up with people I met previously or meeting new people, and it was, yeah, again, so much fun to see everyone, to take a look at everyone's beautiful yarn, because I'm only a knitter currently. I just really took a look at the yarn. My mom and my grandma are also a bit more into the fabric style of things. My grandma is a quilter. She used to knit as well, but not anymore, so she's quilting, so she was mainly there for the fabrics. And my mom is mostly a crocheter. She also does some things with the sewing machine, but mostly a crocheter. So we were just there for various reasons, but I feel like we all had a great time. It was a great mix between everything, and yeah, I really enjoyed being there with my family, meeting up with new people, and seeing some familiar faces. But it was a lot, and it was very exhausting to walk around for hours and hours and just look at yarn and trying not to impulse buy everything I saw, because there was so much and it was so beautiful and I loved everything so much. I just couldn't take it all home with me. So there were some very tough decisions, and after I think we were there for 4 hours maybe. So after 4 hours it was time to go home and recover a bit, and now we're back here. So yeah, let me just tell you what I got. There's a lot there, and I know I'm very privileged in being able to get this much. My family also gifted me some yarns, or a book even, and I will talk a bit more about that when the items come up. But yeah, let's get into the haul part of the video. So first of all, this was, I think, the highlight of the day. I was seeing Antje from Holland Creatief again. I really love her yarns. I met her last year at the Breidagen, which I also made a video about it. I will pop up here. I met Antje at the Breidagen, and she immediately recognized me when I came up to her stand at the Handwerkbeurs. It was just lovely to see her again. And if you're seeing this, because she told me that she watches my videos sometimes, if you're seeing this, I loved catching up with you, and I cannot wait to see you again. And I got quite a bit of yarn from Antje, and I'll grab it right now. First of all is this huge cone. This is lovely red color. It's made with 75% wool and 25% nylon. And this cone has 500 grams, which is 2,100 meters of yarn. And it is for needle size 2 to 3.5. And it is hand wash only. This is a lot, and I don't know exactly what I will do with it, because this will probably get me 4 or 5 pairs of socks, 2 sweaters if I want that, or a combination of everything. I could make a cardigan with it, or a summer top. I could make multiple summer tops with this. It's just so much, and I feel like this is never going to run out, basically. What I'm currently thinking is a summer top, first of all, because I really love this color, and I really like the 75-25 ratio for summer tops as well. I'm not sure if I'll do socks with this, but I don't know. I could make socks with this, who knows. I have more than enough. So I'm thinking, first of all, summer top, which will take me about 500 to 700 meters. Then I'm also dreaming of doing a sweater in, I don't think this yarn on its own, but maybe doing it with white and it's kind of get a marled effect. I'm not sure how that will look, but this is a different color of red, but this would be the inspiration, I guess. Just have it a bit like that. Just do a plain raglan sweater with this and something else, another fingering weight, so you get a DK weight sweater. So that will maybe take me 1,000 meters. Then I still have about 400 meters left, so maybe socks after all. Who knows? It's anyone's game right now, but I just loved this color, and I really wanted a cone. I don't know why, because I have no use for cones specifically, but I do know that I hate weaving in ends. So having this will help me with having to weave in ends, because this is 0 ends to weave in, or well, 2 one in the beginning and one at the end of the project. I just love this. This is so soft, and I cannot wait to see what I'll do with this, but this is going to take me a while to get through. This was the first thing that I got from Antje, but this yarn was actually gifted to me by my father, who kindly paid for it. So thank you, Dad, for gifting me this cone. I would have gotten it if it was for my own money, but my dad really wanted to support me with it, so I just let him, because what can you do? So this is the first acquisition that I have from Antje. Then I have more yarn. It's over there. Let me grab it. I'll grab a skein. This is Antje's 100% Peruvian Highland wool in a very dark green. And I just loved this. I'm knitting a sweater with this same yarn, but in blue. And I really like how it's working up. I really like how soft the yarn is and how this feels and how the texture comes out and everything. So I really wanted more of this, but in a different color for a different project. So this is 100% fine Peruvian Highland wool. It is 100 grams equaling 200 meters of yarn. And it is for needle size 4 to 5 millimeters, made in Peru, and again hand wash only. So I got 4 skeins of this, and I didn't yet really know what to make with it. I think I want to do a cardigan. I afterwards just looked at a bunch of patterns, and I think a cardigan is really what's big on my mind right now. But I only got 4 skeins, and I kind of need a 5th. So I'm really hoping I get to see Antje, so that I get a 5th skein, because this is so beautiful. And in terms of patterns, I was thinking the marigold cardigan, which I'll pop a picture up over here. Yeah, it's just a lovely color, and it feels kind of rustic, The color feels kind of rustic. The yarn itself feels so soft. So I'm thinking the marigold cardigan is a perfect pattern for that. Just kind of get that rustic feel without having a really rustic regular wool feel to it. This is so beautiful and I cannot wait to get it started. And I also cannot wait to get a 5th skein for this. I just cannot believe that I didn't get more yarn. Which is weird saying while I'm surrounded by yarn that I got from the Handwerkbeurs. But apparently I didn't think properly and I just didn't get enough. This is a beautiful yarn and I love this color so much. So yeah, that's another yarn acquisition from Holland Creative. And I have more because Antje was kind enough to gift me an extra skein of yarn. This is over here. Oh god, everything's falling down right now. But that is this kind of lighter green. I think it's more olive than it shows up on camera. But this, I'm not 100% sure, but I thought it was baby alpaca yarn, and it is a 50 gram skein. And this is so soft and so beautiful. I am not sure what I want to do with it yet. I'm thinking maybe a cowl, because she had this worked up in a cowl. It's kind of a prototype thing, and I loved the look of that, but I didn't really catch what that pattern was. She was selling the pattern there with the yarn, so you just have it together. But I didn't really take a proper look at that, which I also really don't like. I could have done a better job at that. But I was just so taken back by the fact that she gifted me this yarn that I just forgot to take a proper look at what yarn it was and what the pattern was about laying next to it. But I love this so much. I think this will be a great cowl or maybe just a headband or something. This is just so soft and I feel like it's great against my skin. It's no irritation whatsoever. Yeah, I just really love this. And Antje also had someone with her at the Handwerkbeurs, which was Eva from Luby's Designs. And I had a lovely time meeting up with her as well, just getting to know her a bit. And I have a feeling that the pattern that was sold with this yarn was one of Eva's designs. But I'm again not sure which one. So I think I'll get in touch with either Antje or Eva to see what the pattern was and how I can get my hands on it and just make the cowl, because it was so beautiful. I don't know if I got it on camera either, because I was just mostly talking to Eva and Antje and I kind of forgot to take proper footage of everything, which I know, bad vlogger behavior, but oh well. I just loved meeting them and I loved looking at all the yarn and feeling all the yarn, and it was just so amazing that I kind of forgot to take video footage. But oh well, this yarn gifted by Antje, I love it so much and I cannot believe that I got this for free. Wow. This was a week ago and I'm still speechless. So thank you again. I love it and I will treasure this or whatever I'll make with it forever. And I'll be in touch to see what pattern you were selling this with, because I love that as well. And the last thing I got from Antje was this stitch marker. I think I went back to the stand 3 times. The first time was just to take a look at things. The second time was to buy the yarn. And the third time was kind of to say goodbye and to buy this stitch marker. It's the cutest sheep ever on quite a big clasp, which I think works great for bigger needle projects. And it was just so cute. And Antje, again, gifted this to me, which was so sweet of her. She really didn't have to do that, but thank you again, Antje. And I will use this in all my projects forever. And I will also treasure this forever. Just thank you so much. This is honestly amazing. Again, I'm still speechless by the whole interaction I had with Antje and Eva, and I cannot wait to see them again sometime soon. So yeah, that was the first stand that I got yarn from. Well, this was the stand where I bought the most yarn, so not every segment will be as big as this one. But I have my notes here, by the way. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was everything I got from Holland Creatief. Then we're moving on to the next stand, which was Wolhalla. From Wolhalla, I got 2 skeins of yarn. Wait, let me get this straight because it's already everywhere. Yeah, from Wolhalla, I got 2 skeins of yarn that I needed. Oh well, I'm working on the projects currently and I am running out of yarn, so I do need it. But again, who needs more yarn when you already have 4 or 5 years of yarn to work through? But I got 2 skeins of Lana Glossa Meilenwind yarn. And people who watch my other videos know that I'm currently knitting socks with these. I'm knitting the Mind Trick socks from the Happily Knitting Socks book. And this is how it's working up. And I do still have a fair bit of yarn left, but it's not enough for 2 socks completely. So I just wanted to be sure and buy some more. So I now have 2 more, and these are great. Oh, anyway, these together will make 2 lovely socks. I'm just really excited to get these worked up and to wear them around the house or out and about. I just love this pattern. But this is not a video on my whips, this is a video on this yarn. Yeah, I just needed this yarn and I saw that I had it somewhere, so I had to get it. So yeah, this is the yarn. While I was at the Handwerkbeurs, they also had a meet and greet stand where they had on Sunday Mr. Knitbear from the one of the guys who wrote the Happily Knitting Socks book. They had him there. This is the book. And this is the guy that I met at the Handwerkbeurs. And then we just talked for a bit and it was very lovely. And I also bought the other sock book that they wrote. This is the Sock You 2 book. This again is the guy that I met. And my grandma supported me in getting this book. So she paid for it, which I love so much. Thank you, Grandma. And I actually got it signed by Mr. Knitbear. I love that. It's wow. So I now have about 20 more socks to knit. These are the patterns, as you can see. And before I buy a pattern book, I just make sure to just note whether I actually want to knit most of the patterns that are in here. And yeah, I quickly counted it, and over half of these patterns are patterns that I would knit for myself. So that was a green light for me to buy the book. I love building a book collection, but I also want to make sure that I buy books that I actually will use, that I actually will knit the patterns from. But I especially love this coffee pattern. I don't know if you can see it like this. And the dinos over here were amazing. The bananas, the this more gingham pattern, I think it is. Those are the ones that immediately stood out to me, and then there were plenty more that I all love, and I will not go through all of them right now. But I just love most of these patterns, or well, more than half. And I now have so many socks to knit. It's ridiculous. I just love also all these pictures that are in here. Just so adorable. So freaking adorable. Yeah, I guess I'm a sock knitter now. I have 3 sock knitting books. I also have the 52 Weeks of Socks book. And I guess I just need to knit all the socks now. So that was a small intermezzo to talk about the book. Then I also went to Dutch Wool Diva. And I got 1 mini skein of yarn there. I have those behind me. I got 4 mini skeins in total, but let me get it real quick. Yeah, this is the one I got from the Dutch Wool Diva. It is just pink with some lighter colors in there. I just love the variation. It's a bit more red than it shows up on camera, but this is so lovely. It is a 20-gram mini skein, and I'm thinking just cuff, heels and toes with this, or some accent color somewhere, or in a scrappy blanket. I just really want to get more into buying mini skeins when I feel like I really love the yarn. I'm very bad at making proper decisions on not buying yarn, so I'm thinking if I get a mini skein, that's better than getting a whole skein that I don't have a purpose for yet. And I just loved all the yarn that Dutch Wool Diva had, so I just allowed myself to get a mini skein from them. And then I got 3 more minis, and I got these from Apmestra, which is a Lithuanian yarn brand. And I got these 3 minis. I love how these go together, but also how they go on its own. This is a more black one, which is some variation in it, but not a lot. This is many shades of gray. It looks a bit more purple on camera than it is in real life, but it's actually more gray. And this is a very bright pink that I think shows up pretty well on camera. It is super bright, and I love this. Again, I'm thinking cuff, heels and toes, or scrappy blanket, or something like that. I just love how basically these 4 all could go together if I really wanted to. Yeah, I just love getting into mini skeins recently. Yeah, these are so cute. Then I went to Helene Designs, and I got 6 of these. These are the Novida 7 Brothers yarn, or 7 Veljesta, I think it's pronounced. In Finland, it is Finnish yarn. So I think Veljesta is Finnish for brothers. And I got this yarn to make myself a Moby sweater. They had a Moby sweater hanging on the stand that was made with this yarn. And I really want to make a Moby sweater one day. So I thought, oh, this yarn looks great, feels great, works properly with this. So I got 6 skeins of this to make myself a Moby. This is 70% wool, 30% lyocell, and it's made for needle size 3.5 to 5. And it is hand wash. Yeah, it's just, you can also make socks with it, but I'm not going to. This will become my Moby sweater one day. I don't know. Might be next winter. But I just loved this color. I really want a white Moby sweater. Just a white sweater for once. Because I'm working with a lot of color. And I love a lot of color. But I also want some basics. More neutral things. So this will work great. Yeah. This will become my Moby sweater. And then lastly, I went to Lindewol and got myself 2 skeins of this hand-dyed merino 1 thread yarn in a beautiful green that's a bit more darker than it shows up on camera. This is 100% merino 1 strand, and it is for needle size 2.5 and 100 grams equals 366 meters. And this is so beautiful. I'm thinking summer top, or I'm not sure yet. I was just really attracted to the green, which kind of was a theme, I feel like, this Handwerkbeurs, because this is also a green. And then the extra skein I got from Holland Creatief is also a green. So green was kind of a theme, which I only realized after I got home that I bought this many green yarns. But this is so beautiful, and I'm thinking summer top, but I'm not sure. I'm keeping my options open. Just anything that will come to me, I'll consider making with this. I just loved how soft this was. I'm not sure, I don't think I've ever worked with 100% merino yarn, which also really attracted me. And their stand was just beautiful. I showed some footage a bit ago, but it was a stand with all the lamps and yarn everywhere. It was just, it felt kind of fairy tale like, their stand. And yeah, that might have influenced me in buying from them. So yeah, I have spent quite a bit of money on this Handwerkbeurs, and I bought quite a bit of yarn, and I'm really happy with what I got. And yeah, I don't regret buying anything. If anything, I would have bought more, especially of the green yarn from Holland Creatief, because I currently don't think I have enough to make a cardigan that I want to make with it. So yeah, I don't regret anything. And I'm looking forward to the Breidagen, which is a yarn fair coming up in October. And I'm looking forward to seeing everyone there again. And in the meantime, I'll try to knit this all away before then, but we all know how it goes. Chances are very slim that this stash will all be used before the next batch comes in. But yeah, I really loved going to the Handwerkbeurs. I really loved taking you guys along with me. And yeah, I'll see you guys again real soon. Bye!